You may feel as though your person is distancing themselves from you, running away, or even losing interest, but the reality is entirely different. They are terrified of losing you, a fear amplified by the prolonged separation that has created a chasm between you both. This separation has left them with a heavy heart filled with regret, as they now deeply lament their decision to walk away and let you go. They have come to understand the gravity of their actions, realizing they should never have allowed you to slip out of their life. In hindsight, they recognize the profound hurt they caused, and they see that you are now thinking more logically about the situation. They sense your justified anger at the way they left things unresolved, unsaid, and undone. It pains them to know that their actions have caused you to withdraw emotionally, and that they are responsible for the lingering bitterness that now exists between you. The guilt weighs heavily on them as they reflect on the lies and betrayal that defined their behavior. They feel as though they committed a grave injustice, one that wounded not only your trust, but also the bond you once shared. Your person sees you for who you truly are, a good, trustworthy, and reliable woman. They remember your gentle nature and the love you gave so freely, and now they realize how much they took it all for granted. They feel the depth of their loss most acutely in your absence. The moment you turned your back on them was a wake-up call, a stark realization that their choices were not only wrong, but deeply hurtful. They understand now, with a painful clarity, that they have no one to blame but themselves for the damage done. Their search for solace elsewhere has been futile. They have looked for you in others, hoping to find even a shadow of the connection and warmth they shared with you, but the truth is undeniable: no one compares to you. No one has been able to provide the sense of belonging, the comfort, or the love that you offered. Your embrace, your kindness, your unwavering support, they miss it all. Without you, they feel an emptiness that no one else can fill, a void that leaves them feeling alone and adrift. To them, you were a ray of light in a dark world. You were their hope, their happiness, and their source of positivity. Now, without you, they feel consumed by negativity and sadness, surrounded by shadows they cannot escape. Their heart aches with the weight of remorse, and they are haunted by the pain of losing the one person who truly understood them. They think about you constantly, reliving moments where they could have chosen differently but didn't. They are filled with a profound sense of regret for backstabbing you, for walking away from the safest place they've ever known, you. Their actions, they now realize, were driven by ego and immaturity, traits that blinded them to the value of what they had with you. In their pride, they failed to see how special and irreplaceable you were. In their immaturity, they failed to appreciate the depth of your love and the sanctuary you provided. Now, they are left with nothing but memories and the aching knowledge that they lost someone who was not only their partner, but their anchor in life. This loss has forced them to confront their own flaws. They see now how their lies, deceit, and selfish decisions shattered something beautiful. They are remorseful not just for losing you, but for the ways in which they failed to honor and protect the relationship you both shared. They understand now that trust, once broken, is incredibly hard to rebuild, and they are deeply pained by the thought that they may never again be able to hold a place in your heart. Your person is consumed by their sorrow, but they also yearn for a chance to make amends. They dream of a day when they might have the opportunity to show you that they have changed, that they have learned from their mistakes, and that they are willing to do whatever it takes to rebuild the trust they destroyed. They understand that it will not be easy and that forgiveness is not guaranteed, but their longing to be in your life again is undeniable. They carry with them the weight of knowing that they were the cause of their own misery. Without you, their world feels incomplete, their life devoid of the warmth and happiness you brought into it. They now know the true cost of their actions, and it is a price they will carry with them for the rest of their lives. You were their safest place, their most treasured connection, and losing you has been a lesson they will never forget. If only they could turn back time, they would do things differently. They would cherish you more, hold you closer, and fight harder to keep you by their side. But for now, all they can do is hope that one day, you might see their remorse and their desire to make things right. Until then, they are left with the pain of their mistakes and the realization that they lost someone truly irreplaceable. Ever since I left, I have felt like a lost soul adrift in a vast, uncharted sea. My days are spent wandering aimlessly, bantering mindlessly with no sense of direction, no place to call home. You were my home. You were the safe haven where I could find solace in a world filled with fear and worry. With you, I felt protected, understood, and loved in ways I had never experienced before. Yet, inexplicably, I ran away. I couldn't stop myself. It felt too good to be true. Everything about us seemed perfect, yet at the same time, it felt so profoundly wrong, as though it was a dream too fragile to be real. Your love was intoxicating, a force unlike anything I had ever known. It took over my body and mind, leaving me vulnerable and powerless. I lost control of my thoughts, my feelings, and my sense of self. Your love was so overwhelming, so consuming, that it left me paralyzed, unable to respond or process what I was experiencing. It wasn't that I didn't want your love, it was that I didn't know how to handle it. It was so intense, so all-encompassing, that it left me feeling weak, as though I had no ground beneath my feet. I wasn't prepared for the way I fell for you. It was sudden, unexpected, and it caught me completely off guard. One moment I was myself, and the next I was swept away by feelings I couldn't control. It all happened so quickly that I didn't have time to process it. In my panic, I did the only thing I could think of. I ran. I ran to escape the vulnerability that your love exposed within me. Being with you felt like standing naked in the open, with all my flaws, fears, and insecurities laid bare. It terrified me, and so I chose to flee rather than confront those feelings head-on. I know it might sound foolish. Maybe it doesn't make sense to you. Truthfully, it doesn't even make sense to me. I've spent countless hours trying to understand why I did what I did, why I let fear dictate my actions and push me away from the one person who made me feel alive. None of it adds up, and the more I try to untangle my emotions, the more lost I feel. That's why I sit here now, alone and deprived of your love, feeling like a shadow of the person I used to be. Without you, I am a wandering soul, disconnected from the world and from myself. You were my anchor, the steady force that kept me grounded. Losing you has left me adrift, struggling to find meaning and direction. I never imagined how deeply your absence would affect me, how it would leave a void that nothing else can fill. Every day, I feel the weight of what I've lost, and it's a pain that I carry with me everywhere I go. The truth is, your love was unlike anything I had ever known. It awakened parts of me I didn't even realize existed. It was powerful, transformative, and intense in ways that both exhilarated and frightened me. I see now that the purpose of our connection, of this twin flame relationship, was to awaken me to my untapped potential. You ignited a fire within me, one that burns even now, despite the distance and the silence. Your love showed me what it means to truly feel, to truly live, and for that, I will always be grateful. But I also know that I failed you. I let my fear get in the way of something beautiful. I let my insecurities overshadow the love we shared, and in doing so, I pushed you away. If I could go back and do things differently, I would. I would face my fears instead of running from them. I would allow myself to be vulnerable, to trust in the love we had, and to believe that it was real and worth fighting for. As I sit here now, reflecting on everything, I realize that I am still learning, still growing. Your love may have overwhelmed me, but it also taught me valuable lessons about myself and what it means to truly connect with another person. I don't know if I'll ever have the chance to make things right with you, but I hope you know that I carry your love with me always. It is a part of me now, shaping who I am and who I aspire to be. I am a lost soul, yes, but I am also someone who has been profoundly changed by the experience of loving and being loved by you. For that, I will always be thankful. You were my home, my safe place, and while I may have run away, a part of me will always belong to you. In the past, you had a tendency to accept less than what you truly deserved, often showing satisfaction even when circumstances or people failed to meet your expectations. However, that version of you no longer exists. You've grown, evolved, and embraced a new perspective on self-worth. You are no longer willing to settle for anything less than you deserve, and this shift is a testament to the fact that you have started to fully understand your value. This growth is something your partner has always hoped you would come to realize, as they've long seen the incredible potential within you. Your partner believes that the challenges you've faced, the pain, disappointment, and moments of heartbreak, have shaped this transformation. Rather than breaking you, these experiences have forged a stronger, wiser version of yourself. They now see you as someone who truly knows her self-worth and has cultivated a deep sense of self-respect. This growth has solidified their view of you as the one, the person with whom they want to share their life and build a future. Your partner can sense the changes in the way you speak and act. They observe your authenticity and admire your affectionate nature, recognizing that you have so much love to give. At the same time, they understand that your love is no longer blind or unconditional in a way that compromises your values. They see you as someone who is deeply intuitive and grounded, someone who has developed a strong sense of self-awareness and clarity. They know that when they approach you now, you will demand honesty, transparency, and explanations, because you value clarity and directness in your relationships. This evolution in your personality and approach to life has made you more confident and self-assured than ever before. As they watch you navigate your journey, your partner is filled with admiration for the effort you've put into reaching your goals. They see you actively working toward your dreams, channeling your energy into building a life of purpose and fulfillment. Your focus and determination are inspiring, and they recognize the abundance you are attracting into your life, both in terms of material success and personal growth. You have become someone who exudes positivity, resilience, and a sense of direction, and this transformation has only deepened their respect and love for you. One of the most significant changes your partner has noticed is that you are no longer willing to tolerate situations or behaviors that do not align with your values. In the past, you may have endured mistreatment or compromised your standards out of love, loyalty, or a sense of obligation. But now, you've learned to prioritize your own well-being and to stand firm in your beliefs. You've embraced the courage to speak your mind without hesitation, expressing your thoughts and feelings in a way that is raw, honest, and unfiltered. This newfound assertiveness is a reflection of your growth and your commitment to living authentically. Your partner is acutely aware of how far you've come on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. They admire the strength it took for you to shed old patterns and embrace a new way of being. They see a future with you not only because of the love and connection they feel, but also because of the person you have become, a person who values herself enough to demand the same respect and consideration from others. As they reflect on the person you are now, Your partner sees someone who is balanced, loving, and deeply intuitive. They understand that being with you means being with someone who knows what she wants and isn't afraid to ask for it. They are drawn to your ability to navigate life with a mix of practicality and emotional depth, and they see you as a partner who will hold them accountable while also supporting their growth. In your journey towards self-worth, you have become a beacon of strength and inspiration, not just to your partner, but to everyone around you. The changes you've made have empowered you to live authentically, unapologetically, and with a clear sense of purpose. Your partner knows that being with you means embracing a relationship built on mutual respect, honesty, and a shared vision for the future. They are ready to stand by your side, knowing that you are no longer the person who settles for less, but someone who is fully capable of demanding and receiving the best that life has to offer. With every step you take, you are moving closer to the life you've always deserved, a life filled with love, respect, abundance, and fulfillment. Your partner is ready to join you on that journey, inspired by your growth and proud to call you their one and only.